But yeah, it's just been a very awkward back and forth in general of trying to get everything to work and scheduling to, you know, function and mix well. But if we do end up needing to take another hiatus because we don't have enough people, like, I don't mind. I mean, on top of that, life's just been weird lately, so I probably wasn't really in the mental state to be DMing in the first place. And on top of that, the lack of players meant that I had to sort of focus all my energy on kind of being all the NPCs, because the players that were there weren't really able to do much role-playing just because our group has a lot of shy people, and or like a lot of people who don't know how to initiate role-playing with each other. So, like, some of the players we've had missing were people who were able to initiate that stuff in the past. So, yeah, I was not on top of my game last week. How long do they generally last? It varies. Our average is about 2 hours. Our longest was about 6 hours, I think. But 2 hours is usually the average. But like I said, last week, like, it was barely an hour. But I mean, also last week was just kind of an anomaly anyway. Alright, strength up by 1, speed up by 2, vitality up by 1, HP by 7, MP by 6. Okay, oh, they call it fireball in this one? That's a little weird. Alright, I'm going to heal up. And then I think we should be good enough to make some progress. Maybe. Oh, we actually have a fair amount of gold. I might be able to get better equipment. I might invest in a club because of the fact that I spent so much money on a shield, so I feel like it's okay to spend a little more money on offense. Eh. Don't know if it's really worth the money, but whatever. Yeah, and I totally get that. My players just, like, this is pretty much their only exposure to D&D, so they have a hard time really getting into it for the most part. Like, they don't know what to do a lot of the time, which I don't blame them for. Oh, I just realized I could have sold my last piece of equipment. Alright. Not too bad. My controller keeps disconnecting and it's very annoying. Hang on, let's see. Maybe if I do this, it'll be a little better. Oh, you know what? I should save. Saving's a good idea. Because, I mean, even though there's hardly a penalty for dying in Dragon Quest games, if you end up dying and you have a bunch of gold on you, the last thing you want is for that gold to be halved, so it's a good idea to save whenever you can. Yes, you will. Yeah, that makes sense. When, I haven't been a player in many games, but, like, when I am a player, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm a DM, I try to initiate role-playing a lot more. So, like, if I notice there aren't certain people talking a whole lot in the game, then I'll, like, try to strike up an in-character conversation with them, like, somehow. That's generally what I try doing. Oh, shoot. I just realized we're already going to be facing stronger enemies. This is going to be a little dangerous. Normally I'm like level 6 by now, so I am vastly underleveled for what I usually do here. And yeah, this is what I mean. You have to use a torch in dungeons in this game. Because otherwise, you're just going through a maze blindly. You know, I don't think there are treasures here, so I just gotta go straight for the goal. Aw, man. Yeah. Friggin' scheduling is the biggest problem with trying to get players on board for a game or something. I'm kind of the forever DM in my group because no one else wants to DM, even though I've like literally given them all the resources they could need. Like I found a PDF of the DM's guide and everything like that, but no one wants to do it. Which, honestly, I don't blame them for. Like I was super intimidated by the idea of DMing when I first got into it, but yeah. A message is etched into it. Descendant, my name is Roto. 3 items were necessary to cross to the Island of Evil, which can be seen from Radatome Castle. I collected these items, crossed to the island, and defeated the Evil King. I then entrusted those items to 3 wise men in the kingdom. Their descendants protect those items and await your arrival. When an evil demon rises once again on the island, collect those items and slay the creature. The 3 men await your arrival somewhere in this land. Go forth, my descendant. Oh yeah, we definitely will. And that's all that's in this dungeon, so it's kind of a waste of a torch. But whatever, it's plot. Also, something I love about the older versions of this game is that the dungeon music gets creepier like as you go down. Like the pitch decreases and it gets slower, so it just sounds creepier the lower you get down in the dungeons, and it's really cool. I like it. Oh wait, does this version not do it? Oh no. Okay, wow, this version doesn't do it. I guess it's only the NES version. Well, that's sad. Alright. Even though it's probably a terrible idea, I'm going to try going up this way. And I say it's probably a terrible idea because the enemies here are very strong, and there's one enemy in particular who, with my current level right now, can kill me in one hit. Oh no. I completely understand that too. I'm following the coastline because the trees are deadly. Would you like to hear my song, traveler? Thank you very much. Actually, I'm training right now, but someday I want to become as talented as Garai. So yeah, this is the home of that bard we heard about, an important place that will become even more important later on in the game. Welcome to Garai, the town of the ancient minstrel. And I don't think I have enough gold for anything better. Yeah, let's see. The leather clothes would be our next main upgrade, I think, so... You know what, we can get that amount of gold pretty quickly. You came from Roto. There is a cave halfway on your way here. That cave is said to be for the worship of the legendary warrior Roto. Very long ago, after a lengthy struggle, the minstrel Garai ended his long journey in this land and built this town. Therefore, this place is called the town of Garai. I saw everything. A monster kidnapped the princess of Roto and flew her off to the east. Is there any brave person who could help the princess? Oh, there is. Then please tell that person that the princess was taken to the east. So that's something I kind of love about the old school Dragon Quest games. The plot doesn't really tell you where you're supposed to go, but, like, with a little investigative inquiry with the NPCs around the area, you will eventually learn where you're supposed to go. Let's see, what do you got? Ooh, a dragon scale. I think that's actually a piece of defensive equipment. Yeah, let's see. I should have checked my status before I did that, but whatever. Alright. Grinding in this area is a bit of a risk, but also high risk, high reward. The enemies are stronger, provide more XP and gold, so yeah, there's that. Alright, I was just taking a sip of coffee, because of course I was. Coffee is my life. Also, I don't know why, but I'm very much in the mood to rewatch Campaign 2 of Critical Role, and I have no idea why. Like, I've been watching Campaign 3, and it's awesome. I love Campaign 3, but I don't know. I just haven't thought about Campaign 2 in a while. I mean, sometimes we just do. Like, maybe subconsciously you just get a little burnt out or something. Or maybe you just want to give it a little break. Because that's kind of what I've been... Ooh, yeah. When something like that happens, yeah, that'd get me to stop too. But, yeah, I've only really been watching a little bit of Campaign 3, just kind of little by little, because... I don't really like to do things while I watch things. I like to focus on one thing or the other, so when there's something else I want to do, like playing a game or writing, I usually prioritize those activities over watching Critical Role. So that is why I am vastly behind on Campaign 3, and I'm only on episode... I think I'm on episode 10 or 11. I'm still pretty early in the campaign. Back when Robbie Damon was a main member of the group. Rip Robbie Damon, he was the best. I mean, yeah, they're pretty far. I say that like his character died. He didn't. He just left the show. But I mean, he is in one of their spin-off shows, so that's pretty cool. Robbie Damon is probably my favorite addition to the show ever. He was such a good guest. And the fact that they had him on for the entire first 13 episodes of Campaign 3 is awesome. Like, everyone would have been happy if they just made him a permanent member of the group, and me included. He was amazing. I love Robbie Damon so much. They definitely should have. And the way that Robbie's character and Travis's character interacted together was just chef's kiss perfection. It was so good. I also loved looking at the comments on like the first episode of Campaign 3, like of people who clearly didn't watch Exandria Unlimited before watching Campaign 3, and like how they were talking about how people tend to be a little unsure about guests at first, but like Robbie immediately was like just such a welcome addition to the group by like everyone. He was just so universally loved by everyone. I love those little staccato strings. Honestly, this version of the soundtrack might be my favorite version. Because while the Switch version might sound a little more fancy with the, like, synth instruments that are meant to sound more like real instruments, but I feel like this version of the soundtrack nails down the mood of the game a lot better. Alright, level 5. Strength increased by 4, speed increased by 2, vitality increased by 1, HP up by 4, MP up by 4. Nice. How much gold are we at? Ooh, 142. We might be on our way to getting better upgrades. Now let me see how much the upgrades cost again. Oh wait, I passed the correct shop. Alright, let's see. So a copper sword is 180. Ooh, we could save for that. And it'd take a while to get chainmail, so I think since I can afford it right this moment, I'll get leather clothes, and we can save up for the copper sword after. And we'll go ahead and sell our plain clothes. Alright, nice. So that's one quality of life thing I wish Dragon Quest games had, because I don't think 11 even had this function, but in Earthbound, a game that's literally inspired by Dragon Quest, when you buy equipment, not only do the shops give you the ability to equip your equipment right after you buy them, but they also give you the option to sell your previous equipment right there on the spot, so you don't have to go into the separate menu to sell them. And I don't believe Dragon Quest XI even did that. How much gold are we at? Okay, that's not going to take us long to get an upgraded sword. I am a little worried about our defensive capabilities going into this, like especially the next part of the game, but I think we can manage. And besides, like I said, if we die, like the only thing we really lose is our gold, and we don't have that much right now, so it's not going to take too long to get all that back. Also, would you believe me if I said we're already about a quarter of the way through the game? This is a very, very short game. I don't think I'll be able to beat it in this one stream, unless I'm like really determined, but yeah, it's a very short game. Yeah, you can rush the final dungeon really early. Yeah, it's virtually impossible, just because of, like, you're expected to at least be level 18 going into the final dungeon, and on my playthrough on the Switch, I unlocked it at level 14, so yeah, I was pretty early there. Like, you're expected to be around level 18 for the final dungeon, and you're expected to be max level for the final boss. If you're not at the max level for the final boss, you're as good as dead. I mean, if luck is with you, maybe not, but the final boss hits so hard that you need to have the MP to be able to catch up with what the damage he's dealing. And also, I've only played the Switch version. The Switch version is made much easier than these older ones, so this is going to be one heck of a time. Although, to be honest, so far I haven't really noticed a big difference in difficulty between this version and the Switch version. But in the NES version, like, a slime can kill you, so the NES version is definitely far more difficult. We've been going through this with relative ease so far. Let's see, with how quickly we've been gaining money, we might have... Oh yeah, we're just barely short of what we need for the, Iron Sword, I think it is? Or Copper Sword. I think Copper Sword is your first major upgrade. Yeah, I think that was enough. Like, exactly enough. Yeah, check that out. Boost our attack by 6. That's not bad at all. And then we'll go ahead and sell our wooden club. So, something that's interesting... Oh, never mind. I am a dingus who didn't pay attention to what was going on in the menu. Never mind. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Hang on, what level am I at? Okay, I'm at level 5. We'll get one more level up, and then we will make more story progress. Well, I say story with air quotes. Like, the only story in this game is get strong, beat the final boss, save the princess if you want, but like I said, it's purely optional, but it is heavily recommended. Yeah, I want to be around leave the princess to suffer. I think, canonically, if you don't rescue her, she just straight up dies. I think that's what happens. Also, since I'm playing this on an emulator, I might experiment with the bad ending. Because I think I've talked to you about it before, but this game actually has 2 endings. And the bad ending does technically count as canon, because the game Dragon Quest Builders takes place after the bad ending. So I might do a save state when we're given the option to get the bad ending, and kind of show what the bad ending is. Oh, I finished my coffee. How sad. I could always make another cup, but I'm trying to cut down, so That's gonna be my cup for the day. That's it. I will not have any more. I have a bottle of water, so I should probably hydrate. Once we hit level 6, I'll hydrate. But yeah, about the whole princess thing, like, I've never seen what the game looks like if you don't save her. And to be honest, I'm not about to find out because I'd feel like a piece of shit if I didn't, because I am too much of an empath to do that. Like, that's why when I play Persona games, I never go for the bad ending. And if I'm doing social links, I always look up the right answers, because I'm like, yeah, it's a video game, but the empath side of my brain is like, but I don't want to make the characters, like, I don't want to be rude to the characters. Like, that's kind of how my brain works. And it's like the same in this game. Like, I don't want to just experiment and see what the game looks like if you don't save the princess by the end. Because the princess is actually, she plays an imperative role in the game's ending. Like, she's the reason Dragon Quest II even happens. Or maybe the game forces you into it? I don't know. But I have heard somewhere that you don't actually have to save her. Because, like, the game kind of leads you to her, and we're actually going to get to the dungeon she's in soon. We'll be at too low a level to fight the boss that's guarding her. But it's like off the beaten path a little bit, so you can totally skip it, which is what you do the first time around, because if you try fighting that boss now, you're going to get your face kicked in. Like, you need to be at least level 15 to fight that guy, I think. Or, no, maybe level 13 is actually a decent amount. You got this. You know what? For fun, I might show off that boss just for the heck of it, because why not? It does require the use of a magic key, though, and I don't know if we'll get a magic key between then and now. Like, I think the only way we can get another magic key is by going to the town beyond that dungeon. But then again, if we use save states, we can always experiment a little bit, right? Man, I don't know what it's been, but my allergies have been kicking my ass lately. Hey, level 6. Time to hydrate. I made a promise. Strength increased by 4, HP by 3, MP by 3, 8 gold. And how much do we have? 158. Hydration is important, yes it is.